Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Flip Thought Show. It's your host with the most, King True, Bose and Bird, Benny Bo, the one with the word, the one with the flow, and here we go. Let's go.
Chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, Chicks.
Look at Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BREAD Fox reporting from the Chicks Universe, and today we have some more updates on the Meek Mill Luce Cannon situation. So Meek Mill finally responded to the Luce Cannon situation, and before we get into that, for those of you who may not know, there's been rumors swirling around for almost a year now that Meek Mill was actually kidnapped by Luce Cannon, who is Big U's right-hand man. Now, the way the rumor goes is that pretty much Luce and the Rolling 60s Crips pulled up on Meek Mill and said, hey, bro, you know what this is about? Get on the phone with Ross, and we need that bag. And then before you knew it, before you could count to three, Rick Ross, being the solid person that he is, sent over $50,000 cash to Big U, and the Wolves pretty much let Meek Mill live that day. Ever since that story broke, Meek Mill never ever responded to it. But today, he finally responded. But first, let's take a look at the video.
That's a good thing. Mm-hmm. So Meek is in the club, like he's up there, like, yo, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished, and y'all just tapped him on the shoulder. I just want to know. This shit crazy.
Cuz didn't even get to that part. He walked in.
You can't even get to the intro. God damn it.
He walked in. As soon as he walked in or whatever, all the security that was with him, they spent around. Grab Cuz. Bro. What's up? Get on the phone with Ross.
Honey, all right, that's enough now. We're not going to tell all the details.
No, we got to hear this one.
I said, get on the phone with Ross.
Now, this one will go.
Yeah, she trying to tell him to stop snitching on himself.
So he got on the phone with Ross. I took on the phone with Ross.
Wait. So he didn't start like squaring up, trying to swing it like that?
And what?
You grabbed him by the shoulder, like you put your hands on a grown man. He from the trenches,
like this.
They from the trenches.
Yeah, I know. I'm from the trenches, but no, it don't work like that.
Now, this is what Meek Mill had to say in response. This guy must be using a story to confuse his indictment because I never seen him before. I would have put him to the God's test on the spot. I never even met Buddy, but I don't negotiate with fake thugs. Ask him what chain, because all chains some ish. LOL watches all 300K and up vibes. Meek also said, me, Nipsey, YG, Mustard, and few others made sure we didn't follow the East Coast, West Coast narrative. I changed my life by blessings, but I've always been down to meet up with fake street bullies in abandoned areas where there's no civilians and take their heart. So that's Meek Mill's official response to these claims. Now, there are some things that I do want to address, right? First, Meek should be very, very easy on the way that he talks. First of all, Luce Cannon, from what everybody says, is not a fake thug, and neither are the Rolling 60s Crips. Now, Meek Mill is not the best when it comes to publicists and PR, and he probably should have used a publicist to respond to the statement. Why? One, because there's legal troubles involved, as it is part of an indictment, and then two, because you don't want to anger anybody and then have to face the consequences later.
Now, you guys know I love to smell good. That's why I was so excited to get my Mando package in today. Coming from somebody that lives in a warm climate like this, it's important that you have products that make you smell good all day long. For me, these are my two favorite products from Mando, the whole body deodorant, and then you have the invisible spray that you can use anywhere, and I mean anywhere. All Mando products are clinically proven to block odor and also last up to 72 hours. Mando has a variety of fresh scents to choose from: bourbon leather, Mount Fuji, Pro Sports. So make sure you get your starter pack now. Control body odor with Shop Mando and get $5 off your starter pack when you use promo code CHICKS at shopmando.com. That's CHICKS at shopmando.com. New customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code and link. Use code CHICKS at shopmando.com SHOPMANDO.com.
People are already in the comments taking his words out of context and saying that he's calling the Rolling 60s Crips fake thugs. The worst thing that could happen to Meek Mill in this situation is for him to become the butt of another joke. And it seems as though whenever Meek Mill adds his 2 cents into any type of situation, he always comes out a penny short. That said, let's dive a little bit into the allegations by Luece Cannon. Now, ordinarily, it would be easy for everybody to say this is cap. However,
it is cap.
What's really giving these things legs is the fact that it's part of a federal indictment. Now, in the actual federal indictment,
Yeah, but Luece
Meek
had
Mill
nothing to
is
do with
not
it.
mentioned
It was
by
Big U and
names per
somebody
se,
else.
but it does seem as though he is one of the rappers that are being alleged to be a victim of Luece Cannon. In the indictment, this is exactly what it says. It pretty much quotes Luece Cannon's interview with No Jumper and Vlad TV, where he talks about the story of how he robbed MM, or as people would think, Meek Mill, and RR, as people would assume, is Rick Ross. This is exactly what it says. Luece Cannon said, you know why he wanted to give the dude back the 40, right? Because he was going to make the dude give him 20 for getting it back. Williams then said, of course, he did that to
That
two
was
famous
Black
rappers.
that said that, not
Williams
Luece
then
Cannon, bro.
detailed demanding $50K from the celebrity rapper RR, or they would kill the celebrity rapper MM. Williams then said RR dropped off the $50,000 and Henley stopped answering the phone and then did not share the proceeds with Williams. According to further No Jumper and Vlad TV segments, Henley then served a cease and desist order on No Jumper, and this podcast episode was removed from the platforms, although a recording of the episode remained available elsewhere online. 100. Williams' recounting of this robbery occurred years after the robbery of Victim 1's dispensary and years after Victim 1 had already recounted and documented the robbery for the FBI. So, for the simple fact that they added this story into the indictment, it kind of gives it some crazy legs and makes people actually believe the salacious nature of the whole thing. Now, whether Luece Cannon actually did hold Meek Mill hostage for $50,000, only people who know that are Meek Mill and Luece Cannon. And Meek Mill is vehemently denying it. Rick Ross himself hasn't said anything on the matter. And from what people are saying, this thing could actually be true. At the end of the day, we're all human and none of us are bulletproof. So if you're in a whole other city, you know, you go to LA, you have to take an airplane, you can't bring any guns with you. It's okay if you end up getting pressed. So tell me, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that Luece Cannon is some type of pathological liar?
Hell
The
yeah.
feds have this indictment
He's definitely
all the
lying.
way screwed up and wrong? Or is Meek Mill just trying to cover his tracks so that he doesn't look soft to his people and look soft to his fans?
I mean, it could be, but I
Let me
really
know in the
don't think
comments.
so.
Also, make sure that you like and subscribe. It's your boy BREAD Fox reporting from the Chicks Universe. Till next time.
Yo, subscribe to bro. Chick Smooth. All right, this is gonna be.
Team needs a bag. So what we do? Walk in the club. You had like 9 of your homies. It was like 30 of us. The security moved to the side. I said, Meek, you know what's this about? You started taking it off and handing it to me. You was polite about it, Sugar Plum. You was polite. Sugar Plum, you was polite.
All right.
I hear Rose. Hey, look. I got this. You got this artist you pumping. You don't want this to get out. We need 50. He brought 52, Crenshaw, and 48. He brought that money. He brought it fast. And when he brought it, I hit Big Useless and said, we on our way. Gave Meek Mills his stuff back and left.
All right, so it looks like we got Meek Mill going off on Luece Cannon after this story of Luece Cannon extorting Rick Ross for $50,000 has started gaining some traction online. The story basically was that Luece Cannon was working for Big U. Big U was wanting to extort Rick Ross when he was in LA. Rick Ross brought his artist to LA with him. Meek Mill, Luece Cannon went and robbed Meek Mill and extorted this money from Rick Ross. Not only did we see Luece Cannon admitting to that in the clip at the beginning of this video, but we also seen this mentioned in the complaint against Big U, the indictment. Right in there, it tells the story of Williams, who is Luece Cannon, committing this crime. Now, in the indictment, they actually didn't use the clip from the beginning of this video. They used a clip from the No Jumper podcast where Luece Cannon was up there with WAC 100. Right, this was another time when Luece Cannon told this story. I think this was actually the first time that he told this story, and that's what they make mention of in the indictment. That interview was removed from the No Jumper platform after Big U sent a cease and desist to them. Right, but despite that, the clip still exists online because it's the internet. Nothing ever leaves the internet once it's on there. And so they use this story that he told on No Jumper as proof of a crime being committed in that criminal complaint.
Of course.
And kept you out of it.
Of course. He did that to when I did that to Meek Mills and Rick Ross.
What'd you do to them?
So
the club when you sweated them in the club?
Yeah.
Dude, and Meek and Rick have no idea that Draw sent you at him.
Yeah. No, yeah, they sent that. I'm like, Ross,
boy, this shit getting crazy.
Drop off the 50,000 and we're gonna let Meek live on Crib. So Ross
Why would you say that on a podcast?
and so me and the homies, we go back. He stopped answering the phone. He stopped picking up and shit like that. And we were like, what you doing? Like 2 days later, he called me. He was like, oh, nephew, where you at? And I'm like, nigga, where my money at? And he was like, oh, I needed it for bill.
Right, so that was like the first time that he told this story. That was on No Jumper. That's the part that was in the indictment, right? And Luece Cannon swears that this is a real story. This is a true story, that this really happened. Because like I said, he's told this story on numerous occasions. He added more detail to it when he went on Academics podcast and talked about it. And I promise we're going to get into Meek Mill responding to him. But y'all listen, because Luece swears to God that this story actually happened. And it was noted in the indictment against Big U. It's part of the reason why Luece was arrested in the first place.
So Meek is in the club, like he's up there, like, yo, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished, and y'all just tapped him on the shoulder. I just want to know. This shit crazy.
Couldn't even get to that part. He walked in.
He can't even get to the intro. God damn it.
He walked in. As soon as he walked in or whatever, all the security that was with him, they spent around. I grabbed Cubs. Bro. Get on the phone with Ross.
Honey, all right, that's enough now. We're not going to tell all the details.
No, we got to hear this one.
I said, get on the phone with Ross.
This one will go viral. What?
Get on the phone with Ross, neighborhood crib. So he got on the phone with Ross. I took on the phone with Ross.
Wait. So he didn't start like squaring up, trying to swing or nothing like that?
And what?
You grabbed him by the shoulder, like you put your hands on a grown man. He from the trenches.
Like this.
They from the trenches.
Yeah, I know. A nigga from the trenches. Like, nah, it don't work like that.
So he called Rick Ross. Right there in the club.
Yeah. And then bro,
imagine if his cell reception was bad. Fuck.
You stupid.
Listen, the crazy part about it is.
So imagine Ross ain't pick up. All right, so he called Ross. Why did you have him call Ross? This is crazy.
Because we needed that bag, or because
But he owed y'all money.
No, he didn't owe no money. We took the money.
Oh, this was extortion. Oh shit.
It's not extortion.
All right.
See, yeah, we don't want.
See, I might have to probably bail him out after this.
We don't want to.
No.
It's fine. We can't go tell. Look, we don't want to get the extortion part. It was just a business transaction.
How much I charge him?
50. You saying
50,000?
Yeah.
Now we squabbling in there. What? Yeah. Wait, how many of y'all was it? Was just you?
No, it was probably about like 50 of us.
50 of y'all? 1,000 per person, nigga. All right, cool. Yeah, might get that 50. Then he was hot as hell, right? Wait. So who? I'm pretty sure like Ross hasn't answered to this. Meek neither. They're probably saying this nigga lying. We ain't send this nigga no money. How did y'all receive the cash?
Cash.
They gave you cash money.
Yeah. No, they ain't gonna say nobody lying. That's why Meek and Nipsey became cool after that situation because they started using the same PR. So Meek got smart and started hitting Nipsey up, and that's why the Big U feud kept going with Nipsey.
Oh, so that's kind of like, yo, if I'm cool with Nipsey, Now the
I
homies
don't know. I
on the
didn't even
60s
have
ain't
bro.
gonna
That
keep
don't
tapping me
sound
on the
a bunch of
shoulder
all this
and asking
shit.
for the bag because now I'm tapped in.
Yeah.
Right, so he gave some more details right there in that interview, including saying that this is the reason why Nipsey and Big U continued to beef. Nipsey and Big U were beefing because I guess Big U was trying to extort Nipsey to a degree. Black Sam stepped in and was like, nah, they got into a little back and forth at one point in time. Luece Cannon is in this interview saying the reason why it continued to go was because Meek Mill was trying to tap in with Nipsey instead of with Big U. I don't know how solid that claim is, but as y'all can see, he's been standing on that claim for quite
Yeah,
some
so
time.
I
So
definitely
yesterday,
don't know.
this
So
article right here was posted with the title that says Meek Mill was allegedly held hostage by LA Crips and asked Rick Ross to pay $50,000 ransom. And Meek Mill seeing this article going viral, and he responded to it with this tweet right here. In the tweet, he says, "This guy must be using this story to confuse his indictment because I never seen him before. I would have put him to God's test on the spot. I never even met Buddy, but I don't negotiate with fake thugs. Ask him what chain he took because all my chains some LOL. My watches all $300,000 and up vibes." So basically, Meek Mill is like, look, I don't know what this dude is talking about, bro. That ain't never happened to me. He continued. He sent this tweet out in response to somebody that said, I ain't gonna lie, I never heard this story before last week. I did be tuned in to sounding crazy because he said he had bodyguards and they turned around and he snatched him up in the club. So they ain't turned back around. And Meek responded to that. He said, it's a real world LA dudes that respect the shit out of how I carry myself in an open arms. Where you at to build my people up? I don't care where you from. That's why you seen me around Nipsey and others. We are men of respect and honor. Boy, I swear, sometimes trying to read Meek Mill tweets, man. My God needs a college class. Anyways, he continued. He said, me, Nipsey, YG, Mustard, and a few others made sure we didn't follow the East Coast, West Coast narrative. I changed my life by blessings, but I always been down to meet up with fake street bullies in abandoned areas where it's no civilians so I can take their heart. So we got Meek Mill adamantly denying any claims that Luece Cannon has made about taking his chain or doing anything to him. You know, we haven't heard Rick Ross speak about this yet. I don't know if he will. Lord help him if 50 Cent gets a hold of this information. But yeah, man, that's what we got. Meek Mill going off on Luece Cannon for this story that he's told numerous times throughout the years. Pretty crazy stuff, man. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this whole situation in the comments down below. Anyways, that's basically it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, tap the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. As always, it's been fun rocking with y'all, man. I'm out.
shout out to KB goes live. Y'all go subscribe, like, check out his page, man. All right, we're gonna do one more video about this, and
It's Ray Gift TV. In the block. Let's get right to it.
Like, bro, this why I tell niggas, like, bro, I don't, man, nigga want to go up there and be who he is. That's cool. That never happened. That's not part of it. They just put that shit in there. That never happened. I brought all the Philly niggas to Beehive. You remember that? One of y'all need to go grab that replay.
It was like Mike Knox and all them, right?
I brought all them niggas, TP Bay, everybody.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, them niggas like, bro, that ain't never. The one that got him though is that robbery. That's the one. This Meek Mill shit ain't nothing. Cause it never happened. Meek Mill, Rick Ross, ain't no them niggas ain't never filed no report. You notice ain't no wiretaps even talking about that shit.
true.
Nowhere.
Yeah, there is no evidence of it at all. No video, security camera footage from the club, no audio, nothing. All they have is hearsay from Luece Cannon.
niggas around here though, they want to find something to put on me, boy. Now they say it's my fault. He said what he said. Man, you don't get the fuck out of here. I wish I would be up there playing motherfucking brainstorming what a nigga about to say.
That's wild.
These niggas is crazy.
I think that Meek Mill situation got brought up on a podcast, though.
Man, no, he brought that shit up. I think on he brought it up on here. No jumper. I sent him the academics.
I think I even heard it on Cam Capone.
Yeah, he did on every interview.
Yeah, it was definitely on Cam.
Glad, Cam Capone, No Jumper, and Academics.
Academics, No Jumper. I see him in academics in like February, March. Last year. He went out and that was some bullshit. But I don't think that's one of his charges though. I think his charge is
What is his charge?
It's the robbery.
Okay.
I believe so. Where Prince at? See what his charge is.
It does say that in the indictment, though. It said RR
Bro,
and Luece Cannon's government.
That nigga been calling in all the platforms like he on the street.
Yeah, for sure he has. Calling in a No Jumper every day. I think he called into another show.
What we got going on at Good Burger, man? Good Burger. Night shift. 8 o'clock.
Yo, what up? What up? What's good? What?
Yo.
What up?
What up, E? What we got going on?
What up? What up? Did y'all see that? I've been hearing about the Sauce Walker stuff all day. I guess he spoke out or made a post or something. You see that, bro? Let me see if I grab.
I seen it, but I ain't read it all the way.
Was really talking about he told him not to go outside and smoke, and that's how that shit happened.
And what he said.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I heard that too. Because bro went outside to smoke and they ran up on him.
To kill Sauce Walker.
Nah, they wanted to kill Say So.
They tell me the boy owed somebody out there like 200. It was ducking him.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
He ran off with like 285
like 200. Yeah, that's what somebody told me. Actually,
They wasn't aiming for Sauce, they was aiming for Say So.
That the boy ran off with like 200 or something on some niggas.
And then you come back to the city with a bag, showing off a bag. Them niggas was hot.
Yeah, hella. He was popping it.
But his mama made a statement too. My son ain't never owed nobody nothing. My son ain't never took off with nothing. He didn't have to. But you know how mamas are. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know how mamas are. You feel me?
Nobody really knows though. Except the people that were there. And then what's the reason why they're going to let security come in? Security guards spoke out about it too.
Yeah, that was his mama that made the statement.
Blair, who's that in your PTR? Your daughter?
No, wait, that's me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, your face ain't got slimmer.
Yeah, I've been working out. I've been going to the YMCA and taking them with me too.
Yeah, your face ain't got slimmer.
Thank you, thank you.
Look at what trying to hit on the girl.
You can slim down yourself. Well, them titles, boy, they get them rolling in the room. Boy, I had a little sauce of that title, boy. You get to rolling up in here.
Stupid.
These niggas all day, every room I go in, yo, whack man, we like think it's your fault because you supposed to be the OG and you ain't stopping him from saying what he's saying. How I know what a nigga gonna say, bro?
That shit was stupid.
You told him what to say, bro. You started bringing up the
How do I
conversation
know
on
what a
no
nigga
time.
gonna
What
say,
the fuck do you
bro?
mean?
Them niggas grown ass men, bro.
Yeah, they grown ass men, but
That's
you
crazy.
brought up the conversation.
I told you, Meek, what I just tell you,
You
Ghost. I
said,
said
oh,
Meek Mill gonna
did
be
they know
back.
the draw sent you
Facts.
to
He
do that?
definitely just said that shit earlier.
Come on now, wow. Don't be down. Nobody's
I
stupid
think
here.
I think Meek and them put together a little media run because Tiffy just released an interview today too, saying that shit was kept. So all them niggas responding at the same time.
We got a room with all of them in it.
Yeah, we did that room too. Yeah. With Tiffy and his cousin.
It's good. Yeah, I'm letting one person leave. I have 3 people in here.
Yeah, that room, that shit was crazy. That might be a nice one to. And they might need to run that one. Where A-Rod little ass at?
That was some classic content.
Yeah, we might need to run that. A lot of people.
That's right here.
E right here. I thought E didn't come to Good Burger no more.
Oh shit.
Who told you that? You been holding it down.
Eric, you black? I thought you was a white dude.
Oh, that's crazy. Why everybody keep saying that? No, I'm black.
On them B. Get up.
Shit, I thought TG3 was black and you was white,
Me
Eric.
too.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's crazy.
Who was that?
Eric.
So you knew he was black?
Yeah.
I always thought he was white.
Really?
Yeah. I thought TG3 was black. I didn't know he was white.
Oh no.
I think I just told Eric the other day. I said, "You sound white, nigga."
He just sound proper. I thought, yeah.
He do sound proper.
They responded. Meek Mill's them responding now. I sent it to your phone. Your phone or your maybe your DM. No, I sent you the link. I knew it was coming. This guy must be using the story to confuse his indictment because I've never seen him before. I would have put him to God test on the spot. I never even met Buddy, but I don't negotiate with fake thugs. Ask him what chain because all my chains are some shit. Watches all 300K and up vibes. Yeah,
That is hilarious. So that's clear.
All right, E. Let's start with the where E at.
You ready?
Here, wait, hit this one first. We just got this one, then we'll roll into that one. Say number the 2 hours. Look at your text. I guess this one just
All right.
this one ain't number like 5 minutes. And then we can roll into the room. Because Luece Cannon was
Tell me what you know about the hood life.
Hey man, y'all already know we back with a good joint. This definitely gonna be, a good joint for the people. Well known, familiar face to the channel, to the brand. So I feel like there's no need for introduction, but go ahead and introduce yourself to the people who might not be too familiar.
T3 Berry, man. You already.
That's all. So we gonna jump right into it, but it's been official year since you've been home and everything like that, man. Like, how you feeling?
I ain't gonna lie, it's been cool. You know what I'm saying? Feel good to be back, you know what I'm saying, with the family, you know what I mean? Back in the stew, back working, back moving around, you know what I mean? It's a blessing.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel like you wait till you come home to start getting big. Like it's like when I seen you from a year ago, you was definitely like it's like you was like still the same, but it's like as you got home, I felt like you been like hitting that gym a little more.
Nah, man, I ain't hitting the gym. I'm just on fat boy time, man. You know what I'm saying? Big fella shit.
Good meals.
Yeah, good steaks and lobsters and things. You know what I mean?
All right, so I feel like we gonna jump right into the most recent events, and then we'll travel back in time. So we already covered this. Y'all actually already had went live and talked about it, did the whole conversation, but it's like I still see new comments about the guy Luke Cannon and saying
When I did that to Meek Mills and Rick Ross.
What'd you do to them?
So
the club, when you sweated them in the club?
Yeah.
Dude, and Meek and Rick have no idea that Draw sent you at him.
No, yeah,
He right there.
So Meek is in the club,
He can't
like
say what
he's
he
up
ain't
there,
telling
like, yo,
us.
hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished, and y'all just tapped him on the shoulder. I just want to know.
Crazy. Couldn't even get to that part. He walked in.
Can't even get to the intro.
No.
God damn it.
He walked in. As soon as he walked in or whatever, all the security that was with him, they spent around. Grab Cubs.
Yeah, right, Luce.
Put on the phone with Ross.
Honey, all right.
Extortion.
and that they had Rob, Meek, and Ross paid $50,000 about LA. So to reiterate on that whole situation, what actually happened when y'all was in LA?
I don't, you know what I mean? I got there late. I flew into the BET Awards, and I got there late. So I just recall, one of the OGs on the phone with them, you know what I'm saying, having a conversation, you know what I'm saying, about, Meek doing a performance, you know what I'm saying, whatever like that, for organization, nonprofit organization, but he couldn't really get into it, you know what I'm saying, because he had a different date, you know what I'm saying, so, that's just the gist of it, or what I got from it, you know what I'm saying, but other than that, it really wasn't, no threats made. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no press game down. It just was a conversation on business.
Right, and that was like 2018 and something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah, that joint was like 2012, bro.
2012?
Yeah, 2012.
Oh, I only say that
Yeah,
because
because
it's
he
like
said the BET Awards. That's when everything
recently
extorted
started
that
trying to
year.
I feel like maybe it's because the whole situation with Meek and the internet, and maybe guys kind of like using this moment as all right, well, we can just jump on the Meek Will hate wagon too for real.
Yeah, they all just hating on Meek, you know what I'm saying, like they normally do. You know what I'm saying? Because the young nigga on fire. He stayed relevant. You know what I'm saying? He got charisma. He fire on the rap tip and all that. And you know what I mean? So niggas just choose to hate on the top dog.
Now, I know you and Wack had went live and everything like that a little bit, and pretty much conversated about the situation. What was like the conversation on live about?
It just was, debunking, you know what I'm saying, the situation with Luece Cannon, with him, you know what I'm saying that somebody was pressed out, somebody paid money. Everything
Yeah, see, they already debunked
was a lie, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I was there. It wasn't no press game. We was very comfortable out LA. We was moving around, going to parties, doing what we wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? We never felt no type of threats. Never got no threats. Nobody never paid
3 minutes left on this video.
We just was having fun. You know what I'm saying? As, early guys in the industry, Meek, he was early in the game. So we just was having a good old time out there, motherfucker. Everybody was happy, you know what I'm saying, just to be in LA, to move around and, you know what I'm saying, do what we wanted to do.
So something you did say during the conversation, you was saying that, like, Nip was your man when he came to Philly.
Press me. So I ain't never get pressed. And Nip, neighborhood Luce, that was my guy. Nip came to Philly, he pull up on me, he take me to Del Frisco's. We go.
He took you to Del Frisco's, you feel me? Y'all was dipping and bopping and stuff like that.
Yeah, Nipsey Hussle, man, good guy. You know what I'm saying? Good
Josh,
brother. Every time he was around, every time I was around him, it was nothing but love, all sturdy shit, never no bull. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how he was, man. He just was a good dude. You know what I'm saying? And he with Philly niggas, you know what I'm saying? And probably other people from other places too. But when we was around, it was just, you know what I'm saying? All love.
That was into that clip.
Let's run the next one, E. Let's run and roll.
We gonna spin the block with them niggas. It's right, Give TV.
Uh-oh, the Goons from Philly pull up on Whack 100 in Loose Cannon, and things go up. What? Let's get to the content.
It's right, Give TV.
Spin the block. Uh-oh, we got content. Whack 100, Meek Mill, saying he do not know Loose Cannon. Appreciate the support. Everybody tuning in to the channel. Be sure to like the video. Go ahead and share the video. Be sure to tell a friend to tell a friend. We got content. Uh-oh. But until next time, it's your boy, God bless. Peace.
All right, y'all. So I think that's it for that clip. We're gonna see if we could do one more clip.
Yo, what's the word, gang? So we got this whole situation when it comes to Luece Cannon, Meek Mill cousin. Now, Luece Cannon went on a few podcasts saying that he ran down on Meek Mills. They started him out at like allegedly 50,000. You know, Meek Mills wasn't the person that actually paid it. He said that they gave a call to Rick Ross, and Rick Ross had paid it. But we had a room going on probably a few days ago, in Talk. Meek Mill's cousin basically came in and he had some things to say, bro. He wanted to clear the air. He said that would have never happened. He said if that's the case, they would have spent 50,000 on bullets. Now, y'all get in the comments and y'all let me know what y'all think. This is definitely turn up. They about to go crazy on this particular audio. I heard academics speaking on Meek Mill's cousin, as well as some more things. The guy AJ or something with Whack 100 the other day. So I thought since this clip ain't out, might as well put it out. So again, y'all get in the comments and y'all let me know what y'all think. It's definitely Cloud Chaser TV. Gang.
Clearing up is Luece Cannon said that he ran up on Meek Mill in the club and you know what I mean, had to take 50,000.
50,000, nigga. We from the trenches. I'm from South Philly, man. We only fair a law. What type niggas we look like giving niggas 50,000?
And so you're saying that 100%
Philly.
Spend that money on bullets and flights. Why would I ever give any nigga anything?
So was you out there with Meek at the time or like?
I was out there every time Meek was out there. My boots was on the ground. I don't know what niggas talking about. Any you can ask the real niggas in Cali that we stood up every time. Even the niggas that we got into it with respect us. I don't even know this nigga.
Did y'all ever have any? Hey, Talk, check this out. Did y'all ever have any altercation with 60s or anything?
Yeah, we had it. We had altercations with Big U, and Big U showed us the utmost respect. They squashed it. It was over with. I don't even know who he is.
Got you.
And we handled our business. You can go back and ask them niggas. You can ask any nigga. We stood on business.
Tell him.
Hold on, Dirty. Hold on, Dirty.
Tell him.
Talk, bro. Loose and talk.
No, I don't want to talk to that nigga, bro. They don't need to talk to that nigga, bro. Let's get back to the content.
Listen, nigga, it's about content, about Nipsey, bitch. Y'all niggas don't even deserve to be up here, bitch. Fuck Meek Mills, nigga. Do something about it then, bitch.
I will.
Do something about it then, bitch. Nigga, do something about it, bitch. I'm all across this globe, bitch.
Luce, I'm gonna tell you like this, right? I beat you the fuck up with no guns.
I don't give a
Tell him.
you are, you hoe ass nigga. Fuck your mama. Fuck your shit. Fuck everything that you represent, bitch.
All that cap ass shit you talking.
Shut up, you's a bitch, nigga. Get the fuck off the line, nigga. We talking about Nipsey Hussle, bitch. Meek Mills is not that, nigga. You's a sweetie. You's a sweetheart, bitch. Shut your hoe ass up, nigga.
Get at that nigga, bro. Fuck this game. Sweetie. Bitch ass nigga.
Fuck you, bitch. Nigga, I don't give a fuck who you are, bitch. I play with anybody, hoe.
Black Salmon, ask him about me.
Nigga, so nigga, you can call black him and ask him about me. Nigga. Shut your buster ass up. Get your weird ass off the phone, nigga.
All right. We're gonna get back to the content, y'all. We're gonna get back to the content. What up?
Hey, Dirty. Shut your buster ass up.
Who looking for Dirty? Who that is?
Nigga, shut up, nigga.
Hey, Dirty, you in here?
I'm not talking. Hold on, We're gonna get back to the content.
Get the fuck off stage then, nigga. Fuck you up here for then.
Hey, can we get back to the snip shit? I got yo, Mama Lisa, you still here?
1,000 from Meek and all this shit. Is this the person that?
Y'all,
Yeah. Now who is this?
bro, why y'all speaking on people in here, bro? That was a real nigga. Why y'all kicking, bro?
Wait, hold on, don't kick Top. That's
Why
me,
y'all
cuz.
kick talking? Please don't kick me, cause y'all got my family name in this title, bro. For real. Y'all niggas weird.
Hold on, one mic on top. Go ahead, Top. What you was saying? What you was trying to say?
He said, "Is that the nigga that spoke on me?"
I want to know, is
the
this
weird
the person
nigga.
that said, this is the person. Listen, and all that. Yeah, this is the person, nigga. Now what you saying? I want to know why you running around lying. Nigga, nobody's lying. Nigga, who
You lying, Luece. You're lying.
Shut your buster ass up, nigga. Nigga, you wouldn't did nothing, sweetheart. You some bitch.
Hey, where you from,
You and Rick Ross, Meek
Where
Mill,
you from,
Rick Ross and all this shit.
Where you from, bro?
Shut your buster
Hey, Dirty,
ass
hold
up.
on. Let them dialogue real quick.
Hey, yeah, Dirty, let them talk. Them two niggas talking.
Don't put no bum ass nigga on the phone. I don't know, cuz nigga on neighborhood. We don't know you. That's why we trying to figure out what you was saying. Tell Meek Mill to do something, then, nigga. Tell Meek Mill to do something, nigga. Bitch, I was just in Philly, nigga. I was just in Philly, nigga. When? Bitch, with Quilly, bitch. With Quilly, bitch.
Push that knife.
Nigga, I was just in Philly with Quilly, bitch. Quilly don't even be in Philly. He get beat up every time he come up. That's not the nigga all right, but nigga, y'all didn't touch him then. Y'all didn't touch him then, nigga. Shut your buster ass up, nigga. I don't know your goofy ass, nigga. I'm not about to argue with a nigga that I can't see, you know. Nigga, you's a
That clown in loose cannon.
nigga, it ain't no clown, nigga. Nigga,
Was a clown.
he was a sweetie pie when I took it off his neck, nigga.
You never took nothing off nobody's neck, bro.
Okay, listen, you was there in LA, nigga? When you was there in LA, bitch? You was there in LA, bitch? Everybody in Cali knows. Get cuz off the phone, I'm out of here. Neighborhood crib, I don't know, cuz. Bitch ass up.
You're scary, blood.
When I see you, nigga, I'll shoot your bitch ass in your face, nigga. Shut up. Fuck you, fuck Meek Mills, nigga, and fuck Rick Ross, nigga, fuck Dreams, Tracy, nigga. You a pussy. Nigga, when, bitch? I ain't heard the phone on my grandma, pussy. Bitch. Nigga, I was just in Philly, bitch.
Hey, Luce, you from the 60s?
You know where I'm from, nigga. Stop
I don't
playing.
know you. I say less. You got a gram?
Nigga, y'all nigga be always clout chasing.
I don't want to argue. You got a gram, bro, or something?
Nigga, don't ask me, do I have a gram?
That's your hood name?
Nigga,
Luce, all right.
nigga.
Okay.
Read about me, nigga. Y'all niggas be mentioning niggas' names.
Bro, is that your hood name?
Shut up, nigga. Shut up, bitch. Nigga, Meek Mills is a hoe, nigga. Nigga, shut up. Meek Mills is a hoe, nigga, just like you, bitch. We ain't about to argue with you. I'm out of here. Get your bitch ass up out of here. This my room now. This my room.
Luce, what's your hood name, bro? I don't wanna argue with you, bro. What's your hood name, bro?
Yo, the nigga IG public, bro. Just look it up.
I don't know. Can somebody send it to me? You feel me? Cause I shot a video all through the 60s on their hood day. You feel me? Feature a Nip. You feel me? After, you know what I'm saying? My cuz run the 60s, so I know all that weird ass shit you got going on in here, bro. You still in the 60s.
A lot of the 60s saying they know the nigga though, bro.
I'm
like
not saying that don't mean shit.
I don't know. You from the 60s? You from the 60s?
Nah, he from Oakland. He not even from
Y'all
LA.
let these weird niggas get on these sides. Listen, gang. Listen, bro. He know who my cousin is. He'll figure it out, and he'll come correct. He ain't nobody in the 60s, gang. So I just asked what his hood
y'all stop kicking top.
For sure.
Yeah, don't kick nobody. Don't kick nobody.
You
We ain't
niggas
kicking
in
nobody.
his weird ass in the whole room speaking on Nip, letting niggas speak on Nip. So I just want to know his hood.
I never seen you niggas. Y'all niggas was staying far when we was in Cali.
Y'all niggas is
That
pussy.
nigga ain't got no pull in the 60s.
Y'all niggas doing all this fucking talking.
Don't
Niggas
argue with that nigga, bro. Don't argue with that nigga, bro. These
I
niggas
never
ain't.
even seen these niggas when I was in
That
college.
nigga ain't got
Niggas
no
ain't
pull,
never
bro.
approach us. Niggas is weirdos. I've been waiting to run across niggas. Because I'm sitting here minding my business. I hear this story like, what the fuck? And the internet actually believing this shit? When these
4 more
weirdo ass
minutes to
niggas
the rest
wouldn't
of this
even
video.
come
Let
up
me
to
go on
us
to the
when we was
next
in
one, which
college.
is
What the
Almighty
fuck is wrong with these niggas, man?
Luece.
Hey, talk for a lot of people in this room. Clown ass niggas, man.
Hey, listen, a lot of people don't know what's going on, but I know what you're talking about. So recently, Luece Cannon went on the internet and said that he ran up on Meek Mill.
Nobody know him.
Right. I just want to get that. This is what you're clearing up. Is Luece Cannon said that he ran up on Meek Mill in the club and you know what I mean? Had to take 50,000.
Gave 50,000, nigga. We from the trenches. I'm from South Philly, man. We only fair a law. What type niggas we look like giving niggas 50,000? These hoe ass niggas.
And so you're saying that 100% that's made up.
Spend that money on bullets and flights before I ever give any nigga anything.
So was you out there with Meek at the time or like?
I was out there every time Meek was out there. My boots was on the ground. I don't know what niggas talking about. Any altercation, you can ask the real niggas in Cali that we stood up every time. Even the niggas that we got into it with respect us. I don't even know this nigga.
2 more minutes after this video,
Hey,
guys.
Top, check this out. Did y'all ever have any altercation with 60s or anything?
Yeah, we had it. We had altercations with Big U, and Big U showed us the utmost respect. They squashed it.
So you heard it from his cousin right there, man. Meek never got shit taken from him. None of that was true.
Any nigga, we stood on business.
Listen.
Todd.
Hold on, Dirty. Hold on, Dirty. Luece and Talk gonna talk, bro. Luece and Talk gonna talk.
I don't need to talk to that nigga, bro. He don't need to talk to that nigga, bro.
Let's get back to the content.
Listen, nigga, it's about content about Nipsey, bitch. Y'all niggas don't even deserve to be up here, bitch. Fuck Meek Mills, nigga. Do something about it then, bitch.
I will.
Do something about it then, bitch. Nigga, do something about it, bitch. I'm all across this globe, bitch.
Luce, I'm gonna tell you like this, right? I beat you the fuck up with no
Listen,
guns.
I don't give a fuck who you are, you hoe ass nigga. Fuck your mama, fuck your cat, fuck everything that you represent, bitch.
All that cap ass shit you talking.
Shut up, you's a bitch, nigga. Get the fuck off the line, nigga. We talking about
He's
Nipsey
scary as
Hussle,
fuck.
bitch. Meek Mills is not that, nigga.
This nigga Luce is scary, bro.
You's a sweetheart,
Nigga
bitch.
Luce Coochie Lip, Ashton Coleman Williams.
Nah, nigga, because you's a hoe, nigga. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga.
Tell you don't play with me like this.
Yeah, now shut the fuck. I don't give a fuck who you are, nigga. Fuck you, bitch.
Tell you don't play with me like that.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck who you are, bitch. I play with anybody, hoe.
Black Sam and ask him about me.
Nigga, you can call Black Sam and ask him about me, bitch.
Ask him about me.
Nigga. Nigga, shut your buster ass up. Get your weird ass off the phone, nigga.
All right. We're gonna get back to the content, y'all. We're gonna get back to the content.
You keep saying that, but
Hey, Dirty. Shut your buster ass up.
Who looking for Dirty? Who that is?
Yeah, shut up, nigga.
Hey, Dirty, you in here?
I'm not talking.
Hey, hold on, Top. We gonna get back to the content. Y'all.
Get the fuck off stage then, nigga. Fuck you up here for then.
Hey, can we get back to this Nip shit? I got Mama Lisa, you still here?
all right, that's it for that, y'all. And boom. We gonna be up out of here and we go right to the next one. Make sure you be tuning in. Peace.